A new $20 million salad house built by LeaderBrand will help protect market position and provide work security for employees. It's one of many steps the family-owned company is taking to maximise its vegetable and salad processing operations and ensure supply of product to retailers.
We're at our transplant nursery, so this is kind of the core of what we do. We're very much a program business, so we're planting to program. So we start with a sales plan, we then turn that into a seeding plan, we then plant those seeds in the nursery and we flush it all forward. So this is our nursery. This runs transplants for our whole business. So broccoli, lettuce, which are the two big ones, then cabbage, multi-leaves, all of that sort of stuff. We also do some melons in here for our summer melon program. So this facility is 100% LeaderBrand. We don't do anything else here, so it's just for us. And we built this facility probably over 20 years ago. It was really built on how do we set up a system where it's the most efficiency we can put in there. So that's around labour, that's around movements of trays. So we really set everything up on benches so that we could move them either with forklifts or with very little people.
We've been in the salad business for over 20 years now. And we could see the growing trend in house food, and this was pre-COVID and which has only been enhanced with the latest pandemic. But also we saw convenience, saw consumers in New Zealand becoming more and more time poor. And so we saw salads as a way to deliver both healthy food and convenience to consumers. We saw a product that we could mechanise more and reduce our reliance on labour a little bit more. You look in the salad house, it's not just the labour in there. We go to the field, we can mechanically harvest most of the products into there, and that's a big one. We're working in the field and in a product that we need 52 weeks of the year can be pretty challenging. In the factory there, our latest drive at the moment has been on automatic preparation, so decoring and things like that. And then the next phase we're really looking to introduce is in the packing end and how do we automate those pieces. So it's just little steps along the way, but when we compare it to, say, whole head or other produce that we can't mechanically harvest in the field, that's the big gain there. In the end, inevitably, we're not that flexible because you trade off flexibility with cost. So if we want a lower cost and more affordability, more value, then we have to be really careful about flexibility. What we have in there is we have two lines. One focused on cut products, so whether that be slaws and cut cabbage or be cut lettuce. Essentially one line is focused on those two products and another line in there is focused on whole leaf, spinach, mesclun, rocket, those sorts of products. Our key difference there is integration with the field, and so that's number one. And being able to work closely with the farms and our team out there, look, you can't go past that. That's paramount. Secondly, a new facility certainly helps. And then after that, in terms of quality, it's really just about doing all the little things right. People think there's a silver bullet on stuff, but there's not. It's just about doing 50 little things correctly. So we focus on growing the best crop, harvesting it when it's ready, getting it cold really quickly. So we've invested a lot in cooling technology. Then we get in, process it when it's fresh, bath temperatures, bagging, all of those things. So just lots of little steps. But freshness is the other thing. We are in fresh produce. The sorter takes a photo of every individual leaf. It then uses, whether it's using cameras or lasers and infrared and things like that, to identify flaws. It then rejects those flaws with a jet of compressed air. And they're a great tool, but they're not perfect. They're about 80% effective. And that's a really key thing I always stress to people. They're a great tool, but in our arsenal of removing foreign objects or quality, it's just one of the steps. It is a hard environment. It is, it's cold, and the farm will say, oh, it's cold in the winter, but I would remind them it's 3.5 degrees in there all year round. And it's wet and it's a little bit noisy. So we do try to provide other benefits to make sure we have the best possible staff. Because you can buy the machinery, easy. Spending the money is easy. Anybody can go online and order the best machinery in the world, but it doesn't run itself. It needs people to run it. So we're out there actively looking for the best staff. So we make sure we're paying the best money we can. We have a staff cafeteria, we're feeding lunch every day, trying to provide as many benefits that we can ensure that we've got the best team possible. We just opened up our new cool store facility. So that's the purpose built for receipting in our produce from the farm so we can get it in. We've got some in-house design tech there around getting it down to temperature as quick as possible that we're pretty excited to get going with. So certainly for us, we've been expanding there to ensure that our quality and our support around is correct. And then of course, we're always looking at, we have dreams and aspirations to put a third processing line in there. Setting up factories in other regions is something we've discussed, but there's a certain overhead to them. There's an argument around, do you make one super factory or have them locally based on your freight bill? And so it's a trade-off between freight and overheads. At this stage, that factory will see us out another 10, 15 years, but looking out to the horizon, will we set up in another region? Possibly. We love it here in Gisborne though. But it is something that we talk about a lot.